In our daily reports, we have another tab called Resources. Within our Resource tab, these are all different things that are really non-job related, not job number specific, but company specific. Adjustment to timekeeping form. Most of these forms are going to be double clickable. They're going to be able to extract a PDF that's hidden on our network somewhere. We've got an adjustment to timekeeping form if you work through lunch and forgot to punch out for whatever reason. These are the forms that you're going to fill out. You're required to fill these out at the end of your shift after reviewing your timesheet. If you notice any discrepancies at that point, this is where you go ahead and proactively submit this to your manager for approval. What we don't want is this to be a reactive process. That's why these forms are in the Resource tab for our client, for our employees. Employee handbook. Everybody has received a copy of our employee handbook, signed off that they received it, and probably threw it away. If at any point you want to go back and look at our handbook, that's where we store all this stuff in electronic format. Again, it's probably a relevant format or a relevant way to keep this information at our fingertips and not in a filing cabinet somewhere. There's the maintenance request, maintenance review, OP phone directory. Here you're going to have a quick snapshot of all of our employees that have desk phones, their extensions, their direct dials, their cell phones, the department phones, fax numbers, and all that fun stuff. If you haven't picked up on it already, it's basically where we keep a lot of employee resources that you don't need all the time, but you need to know where to get it when you need it. Within the web, sheet-fed, cutter, folder, stitcher, mail, shipping, and handwork functions, this is where we have, this is where we keep forms that are specific to that press. Right? There's our plate remake form on the web press, the 50W folder, the technical manual. We keep that in there. That way we can go in, pull up the schematics at any given time. We don't have to spend an hour looking for where that hard copy manual is. We can just go into the Resource tab and pull up these related things fairly quickly, machine side, and hopefully get back up and running as quick as possible. As it relates to our quality management system, here we've got our quality instructions, our quality manual, and our quality procedures. Again, double clickable brings you to the PDF that actually has a clickable table of contents. So if you wanted to look at our corrective action policy, you can click on that. It's going to bring you to page 47 of page 54 within our QM, and then you can review the process, retrain on it, but you can do this all within a few clicks of a button and have this all machine side right at the computer that you're working on. In the safety tab, or in the safety section, we've got the admin sales CSR. These are our emergency situation cards. These are printed and posted throughout the plant in the appropriate spots, but the hard copies or the natives are posted on our network, and this is pulling from that. So anytime there's updates, these are automatically updated. Emergency action policy, double clickable PDF. We got the OP floor plan, which is posted throughout the plant, but also in a relevant format where you can identify our tornado shelters, our emergency exits, first aid stations, eye wash stations, fire extinguishers. Everything is clearly marked and available machine side. The SDS binder links to our SDS program for our hazardous materials. Regarding SDS, you can click on the link, the blue link, and we'll actually pull up the SDS safety sheet if you were to get it in your eyes, if you have symptoms of overexposure. Here it tells you what to do if something happens, if you get it on your hands, and what type of medical attention would be required. In the postal section, you've got tabbing regulations. Tabbing regulations are going to be, this is just a friendly reminder in case that there's some inaccuracies or conflicting information on the ticket. We always default to postal specs. And here it kind of gives us a standard of, when you need to use a continuous glue line, when 3 glue dots are required, when can you tab, 2 on the face, 1 on the tail, what size tabs you can use. So this is just a quick reference, a cheat sheet that we can use for the specific products if it's not notified in the ticket. This is the default if we have conflicting information. And that kind of sums up our resource tab. Again, it's a living document. If we've got something that we feel is relevant for the employees, we'll put it in the resource tab, and then it quickly becomes available for all employees at their machine side where they can access daily report.